Hey, what's up, YouTube? So, welcome to another episode of the Top 5. This is the section where I talk about things that I find on the internet, really, that I find interesting reading about, and I choose to bring it here on the channel and talk about it, the top 5 things about that topic. And these are on those pages, or what I read, they might call them facts, but when I bring them here on the channel to you guys, it's not necessarily fact, but rather stuff that I read that I like, or sometimes that I might not like, that I bring and talk to you about. If you have something to say about it, you can always leave a comment about what you think. I always appreciate that. Having different minds always is knowledgeable. So don't hold me against the things that I talk about here. Again, it's up to you whether you take it or not. Take it as my opinion about whatever I'm talking about, not necessarily that it's a fact and that's how things are, and yeah, all of that. So today we will be talking about the top 5 things, no, not things, the top 5 habits of genuine people. And on number 5, we've got they speak their mind. I believe in that. Usually a genuine person will not be scared to actually say what they think. And not that they become harsh about it, but they will nicely tell you about what their mindset is about whatever you guys are talking about, or the situation at that point. They don't talk to you about it in terms of trying to be right or wrong, but they just want to let their point out so that you can actually understand where they are coming from. And I'm also this way. I prefer to say my mind, because I feel when things are like that, then things don't get lost in translation, because sometimes you might try to sugarcoat things or find different angles of saying something, and you find that the point that you want to raise does not necessarily get across. So I prefer this, and a lot of people sometimes feel like this is, you are being harsh, or you are either maybe being ignorant or something of the likes, but it's more of you just saying your mind, and there is nothing wrong about doing that. And I do feel like this point is correct to be in this list, because having to speak your mind does make you a genuine person. Number 4, they forge their own path. So on this one, guys, which is something I also believe, and that's something that I also like to do, but I feel like it's not necessarily the best way to do things. Look, doing things this way will teach you a lot, and that's why I choose to do it. I think some people would have heard that, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Already some people have went through the difficulties and went through the lots of thinking to make a path happen or to be there. And so you don't need to go through that. Just follow the path that is there. It will be easier. Not to say that you will not meet your own challenges even if the path is already there, but it is a bit easier. I must say, forging your own paths is very difficult. It's really not easy, and I prefer to do that because I love the journey. The failing becomes lessons, so I tend to get to learn a lot by doing this. Hence, even in the channel, you see me doing a lot of DIY stuff, building gas cages and stuff like that, because I would like to experience the journey of doing the new things. So I prefer to make my own paths, but I must say it's not necessarily easy. And if this list says genuine people forge their own path, I would understand, because you are actually making something original, because that path that you are doing, you will be the person who have done it. It was not there. So I feel like I'm also for this point number 4 that is there. On number 3, we have They view failure as an integral part of their journey. Now, this goes into what I just said now, because when you are going and making your own paths, there is a lot it's not easy. It's really not easy. So you're going to learn a lot. So in that process, you fail, and even if you're not necessarily forging your own path, but any journey that you take and you fail, you take lessons from, and that makes you a better person. I don't want to lie. It makes you a better person, because you tend to know what to do and what not to do next time, and you tend to understand why it didn't happen. You get to have a lot of knowledge because of the failure. I won't necessarily go and say I love failure, but I do appreciate failure because it builds you as a person. It lets you know the unknowns. It teaches you to even analyze better. So at the end of the day, failure, if you look at it as a lesson, it makes you a better person. And if this list is telling us that that is one of the traits that makes a person genuine, I would also believe, because with failure you become a better person. Number 2, they are not judgmental. Now, on this one look, I'm a firm believer. Again, it's my belief, my opinion, that everybody judges. I feel the judgmental term usually comes in if it's stuff to do with bad judgmental. So if you are being negative maybe about a thing or somebody, then do not be judgmental. It's wrong to be judgmental. But as soon as someone with a fancy suit, smelling all nice and looking all types of good, the hairstyle, the clothes, the shoes, the bling, everything is there, and we are quick to say, yo, that guy must be either rich, or that guy must be a very confident guy, or that guy must be an awesome person, simply because of the good traits that they might be having. So I feel like this point is not necessarily there for them, because there's even something I was reading last week which says the first thing people tend to realize about you is your shoes. So always make sure that you've got some nice shoes on. They described it a little bit more, but basically it's saying you've got nice shoes, clean shoes, and along those lines on, because that is one of the first things people actually judge you with. And that's what I'm saying again. You are judging. At the end of the day, you are judging. When you see a beautiful person and nice hair and stuff, and you look at that person and you're like, yo, that must be one awesome person to be with. For me, that's judgmental. That is judgmental. But as soon as that person doesn't smell good or anything of that sort, in the negative side, then you must not judge. It's bad to judge. Or that people in that relationship 1, 2, 3, you mustn't judge. No, I really feel that everybody judges. It doesn't matter who you are. You have done it, you are doing it, you're gonna do it. I just feel like that. It's my opinion. I won't say I don't judge. I also judge, because I can also go like, hey, that person, there's that person. Though what I can say when it comes to this list about talking about genuine people and judgmental, what I would say here is genuine people would try and understand the judgmental that's been passed. They will not go and just because that person maybe doesn't wear nice clothes, or they have a bad smell or anything like that, they wouldn't go and bash that person simply because of that. Because at the end of the day, guys, we do not know everyone's backstory. You don't know why that person smells like that. Maybe, who knows, maybe they only smell like that or look like that because of just something that happened 1 hour ago. But other than that, this person is always clean and smelling good and what. But simply because of what just happened, that's the situation now. And you are broadcasting a whole lifetime of that person in your head of not being a clean person, so you won't know. So a genuine person, I feel, would not jump into conclusions about their judgment that they might have. They would rather try and understand and get more information. So I feel like a genuine people, when it comes to judgmental, they would assess it properly and deal with it properly, rather than actually putting someone down because of whatever negative situation that is. That's my thought when it comes to judgmental with genuine people. Opinion again. Number one, they can admit their fault. Again, I really feel like this is a genuine trait in a person. If a person can admit when they are wrong, what else are you looking for from that person? If they can admit they are wrong and act accordingly because they were wrong. When I say act accordingly because they were wrong, I mean, if it's something that needs to be fixed, then it gets fixed, because sometimes wrong, again, it's based on who is involved in a situation. Not something that I view as wrong can be wrong for you. So depending on the situation that's happening, if I am wrong and it is wrong, the conclusion is being wrong for whatever situation you and the next person or the situation is about, and it is that I am wrong, then yes, I'm wrong. I will take it like a man. I will admit it and then fix it and carry on. Not make the same mistake twice, because then you most probably are not really admitting. Because sometimes what I feel like, a non-genuine person, they will admit that I am wrong just for now, so that we can get past this, but I'm still gonna do whatever I do. So I feel like most of the time, if you're not genuine, you're admitting to faults. It's not actually genuine. You are just passing it. You're just passing it off, just saying either sorry for whatever I did, and you continue doing the same thing, or sorry I did this, but you keep on doing the very same thing. So when that happens, I don't feel like that you're really genuine, because to me, you are not really even admitting to your fault. You're just passing me by. You're not even giving me the respect. You're just passing me by, but just telling me that, yeah, sorry, okay, yeah, I'm wrong, and then you just continue doing whatever you're doing. You don't really mean it. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't really mean it. You are just saying it. So that is the top 5 for today's topic, which is the top 5 habits of a genuine person. Comment if you want to comment about it. What do you feel makes a genuine person? Are you a genuine person? But other than that, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.